ladies and gentlemen, and perhaps to a couple of viewers that hopefully show up to the stream. I just decided to do a late night thing, albeit it will be a short stream. I need to go to work quite early tomorrow, but a little bit of time to spare, and I thought, why not? Why not stream? Because I can't figure out what show to watch now. I kind of finished the 4th season of Dexter, and got a little bit bored of the show, I'll be completely honest. You know, I rarely finish the, like, really long series that I start. Like, usually at some point I kind of just give up, and I think I've reached that point with Dexter. I've just become a little bit jaded when it comes to that show, so... I don't know if anyone has show recommendations. I'd happily take them, to be honest. Kind of cool. But yeah, as of right now, the primary conflict that we're engaged in is right here against the Scythians. We made peace with the Bosphorian Kingdom, which was absolutely imperative because they were ruining our attempts to take over all of Scythia. And Scythia is definitely a province that we need, because once we grab it, it'll trigger some pretty quintessential reforms for ourselves. So my hope is that we get the secondary army from Dacia to Scythia, and then we can kind of combine our forces to quickly take Garros before the Bosphorian Kingdom once again goes to war against us. Because the thing is that once you get a peace treaty with a faction, they have like 5 turns of respite before they can declare war again on you without penalty.
We are a mighty...
We don't even have anything close to resembling a border with the Athenians, so I see no need for any type of treaties. It'd be kind of a waste of time, to be honest. And Lugos, despite having a non-aggression pact with them, they are continuously trying to sabotage our diplomats. I don't know why. I don't know why, man, but they just keep on harassing my agents that are just chilling in my provinces. Clearly, they're plotting something. Which wouldn't surprise me, because every single time that I played a campaign, like, Dacia is always taken over by Germans, so... Wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, the Bithynians are actually our military allies, so... I have nothing to fear from them. Nothing yet, anyway, albeit military allies are about as predictable as, a slot machine in this game, so you never know if we're gonna just, like, randomly turn on you. But at the very least, when it comes to attempts of these guys to bribe my agents, it's just not really working. Actually, it looks like the best way for me to get to this province is through here, so I kind of just wasted some time moving. You know what, let's just, like, get some random cavalry here, because, like... Yeah, it'll at least let my army move slightly faster. Meanwhile, what about this force? Can we get them into Scythia? Probably not. Moving is really hard in the winter weather here. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time. I thought that these guys were like raiding their own territory. That would be kind of comic or comedic. Let's see, these guys are raiding the Romans. This army is recovered somewhat. Yet I can get close to the territory that we need to go to, but not all the way there. This army... Go ahead and hunt these guys down. Collectively, a garrison of Macedonian, Uzbek, and my boys will slaughter a bunch of hapless peasants. Hooray, hooray, that's what victory looks like. And yeah, let's go reap the rewards of victory, for my general's about to get bountiful experience from that win.
Ready for orders.
And yeah, we can go and do this. Here, let's see. A meeting hall gives me a tiny bit of public order. It's mostly recruitment, it seems. Or I could get the lore master, dude. Why not the lore master, dude? Oh, tell a story, a vivid tale. I think we have the stargazing thing already researched. Let's get the lore master, man. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Meanwhile,
for the tribe. Warriors home.
Lucos once again seemingly trying to get my agent to turn. I wonder if we're just gonna straight
The
up
spirits
declare
have
war.
noticed that our treasure stores are wanting. Can you help with this small matter?
Do I really want a bunch of Germans streaming across my territory freely? I mean, you know what? You can do it if you go and wait a minute. If you join the war against the Romans, I can even give you a little bit of money.
I do not hold with the old.
Yep. Dude, the fact that it was actually moderate, though, is somewhat crazy. Because I'd happily let them cross for Raieta and Noricum to knock on the gates of Rome. I would happily do that, man. Let me see what's up here. Like...
Ready
Okay,
for
so
battle.
this army is almost fully recovered. They're doing a good job. This force is fully recovered, but they just don't have the manpower right now to be substantial. Meanwhile, neither of these cities has really a recruitable population. Noria, they have some warriors.
For
At
the
least enough to
tribe!
flush out this army, I think. Besides that, I could always get these Celtic naked warriors. They're actually pretty decent, and these mercenary spearmen aren't half bad either. Actually, 32 armor is really good, and free speed is pretty solid for a heavier unit. Or are these guys heavy or medium? I think that they're actually heavy, which is solid. The only bad part is their morale's kind of meh at 41. In my... Yeah, it's actually very bad. It's like lower than my sickest skirmishers, so it's definitely not great morale. And it could... I mean, these Alpine Assault Infantry have 37 morale, by the way. They are absolutely a glass cannon. You know, I'm mostly preparing to fight against the Romans, so why don't they just get
Fight
2
with
elites,
us. It's a good life.
2 Fauxes, whatever, and that should be enough. Like that, those are absolutely phenomenal, stable troops. Can't go wrong with any of that.
Warriors all. Attack! Move out! Starting out! Come!
And yeah, we
fight
just
first,
kind of
lad.
go for this, and I think that's the best I can do. This army still needs to recover, but we're looking a lot stronger on that side of the map anyway. When it comes to
Ready
this
for
army,
order.
I just have to
Get
retreat
to
back into my territory. I don't have the means to go combat the Scythians right now. But I can't do those. Continue trying to travel over. It's just gonna take me a couple turns. Do hope that her peace lasts for now. With the Bosporan Kingdom. I mean, honestly, I need to be completely certain that I'm gonna succeed when I do invade these guys, and I think the best way I can do that is to recruit another army. I know that this faction is pretty hospitable
Warriors
towards
all.
my regime. And you know what? If I just get these, like,
Thirsty for battle.
I just get these, like, Sarmatian horse archers. Oh man, they're so much cheaper. Actually, you know what? I have some decent troops I can recruit. Yeah, man, we just get some Getic spearmen, and then mix up some horse archers in there, and maybe get the occasional Sarmatian unit, and yeah, we'll be solid. Meanwhile, this army is recruiting vigorously. If this army is too, I think that this settlement has like a considerable number of warriors, and we could try to push them against the Romans. Yeah, the Romans do have an army just set up like right outside of Epidamos. That could be a little bit difficult to deal with. Meanwhile, we have the majority of our warriors concentrated in Malvia, where I haven't really gone to use them yet. We have 5,000 income per turn, but also another thing to consider is that it seems that the Swebi might be willing
Greetings.
to attack the Romans.
Now speak plainly, for
Like-
we are an honest folk and value honesty in others.
Now, let me just consider this, right? Ask them to join the war against the Romans. How much will it take you guys? Because these guys usually hate the Romans.
Consult your ancestors, but you will see the merit in the offer I bring from my people.
And I'll offer them the same thing I did last turn, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna have the exact same results, but yeah.
I looked for a...
I mean, you would have to be a little bit crazy to consider that, but the fact that it said moderate gave me a little bit of hope, to be honest. Maybe more hope than it should have. Now, I mean, over here, like, this army will eventually recover.
Ready for battle.
This army should probably... I mean, it'll be ready by next turn. You know, let's just chill for one turn, and then we'll consider recruiting another army if necessary. It's just like... I don't want to overdo it when it comes to my armies. I only now have, like, pretty okay income, so... Should be a little cautious here, but... The other thing is that I'm gonna have to take Epidamos, and when I do take Epidamos, I'm gonna probably have to keep an army stationed there. And I don't want to, like, spend a full stack of decent troops. That would be so wasteful. Such a nuisance to do. Ayater, of course, is a coastal settlement, so it actually could be exposed to Roman raids, but I'm gonna have to kind of allow it to happen in a sense. There's no way I can, like, keep both settlements properly garrisoned. That's just impossible. Yeah, we'll have to be a little bit tricky here in how we manage these holdings.
The enemy casts a shadow over us all.
No, I'm not gonna go and join your war, Bithynia, your wretched conflict, which I have so much more to lose than you guys. Come on. First, we'll welcome that guy to our party. Why wouldn't we? What would possibly be? What craziness would stop me from this? And also, let's go fight our first battle against the Romans, man. We haven't fought a single battle against the Romans this campaign thus far. We should be doing that. Now, meanwhile, we can absolutely put this army here. Now, what about over here? Like, we have this army. He's gonna cross back into our territory.
Ready for battle.
This force, of course, is gonna go ahead and travel next to Olbia. We're almost in Scythia now.
Ready for orders.
Now, this force,
Are you
we can
ready
go ahead
to
and
do your
recruit some
duty
Dacian
to the
horse
tribe?
archers. They're not exactly as good as the Sarmatians, but they're solid still. They're still quite decent, in all honesty. They're reasonable.
For battle.
Well met. What do you wish of me? How can I assist you?
What? Get moving.
I don't know, man. I think we just take Epidamos, call it a turn. I mean, obviously, venturing into Roman territory with one army is not optimal. That would probably result in a disastrous overextension by my own forces. What I can say is that we can just kind of ferry the spy across and try to investigate Roman lands. Get the assassinate trait here. Let's get the line of sight enhancement. Let's go evade enemy agents, so perhaps we won't be seen as easily.
Ready for for order. On the move.
Yep, I think that's all I can do for this turn, and I think I've made the right moves here. I think it's just a matter of taking up a damos. So let's go ahead and do that. The Roman garrison here is going to be decent. Like, those Italian swordsmen, they pack a wallop, man. They pack a punch. They're basically like early Hastati in terms of quality, which means that they're proper troops, man. But we have a lot of shock value here for Falxmen. Our Thracio-Illyrian Sicca bearers, our naked Celtic warriors, as well as the holding capacity of our spear wall. So I think collectively we have the stability to be able to hold these guys back for a very long time, and that'll allow our more shock style troops to deal the damage that they have to deal. But let's go ahead and kind of let this play out. I don't need to like deploy my men along multiple flanks. You know what? Let's just have my Illyrian mercenary hoplite join my spear wall, because at the end of the day, these guys can absolutely hold a Ziffer one of the spear wall. They have 49 morale, 20 melee defense, and 25 armor. They can be one of the boys, man. They can absolutely be one of the boys. Meanwhile, I can have my noble spears form up behind. I mean, at the same time, let's go kind of have these guys like right here. Let's have these guys right here. Don't have any skirmish capacity here, do I? Which is sort of stupid, but
our general is under attack.
I've kind of opted for these guys over here.
Riders, forward!
Didn't quite realize that I was spacing out for long enough for these guys to already kind of get into place, but then go ahead and kind of form up these spear walls and allow my Dacians to better resist the enemy skirmish fire. And you know what? These enemy skirmishers, they should not be throwing anything all too powerful at us. Meanwhile, our shock troops are going to move into position.
Ready!
What's this? It's all sick of skirmishers. I forgot all about these guys. You know what? Let's commit one to this side and commit one to the center.
Melee warriors! Infantry! Orders!
Should come to the center.
Run! Casio!
Let's just wait for these guys to beach. Need all these guys to beach.
Warriors, move out! Forward!
Okay, everyone's beached. That's perfect. No takesies backsies. Let's just run in here and
Infantry! Ready!
obliterate these lightly armed skirmishers. Meanwhile, who are these guys? My Thracian Sicca bearers. Ooh, it looks like the Romans are just gonna go in. They're just going to push forward now that their flanks are compromised, which is reasonable enough, but also not really the best decision, because their flanks are going to get rapidly wrapped upon by my men. I don't think that these Italian slingers are going to be sufficient to ward my men off. Meanwhile, over here, we will probably quickly kill these marines. How my spearmen engaged the enemy. And my spearmen should be pretty good against the enemy spears. I assume they'll lose against the swords over time. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it, based upon what's happening. Also looks like my men do not understand how to maneuver, and they're doing stupid things. Doing ridiculous things.
Riders, advance!
Yeah, let's have these guys start wrapping around.
Warriors!
These Italian slingers, they're just kind of chilling. They're accepting these fights. We're going up against my Sicca bears. Perhaps it's xenophobia? You know? Perhaps they think because they're of the Italian race that they can handle my melee warriors in combat with these, but these are basically farmers.
One of our units has used all
They're not
its
going to be able
ammunition.
to handle these Illyrian Sicca bears. Not at all.
Melee warriors!
Thracian
We'll just
warriors!
continue pushing through here.
Warriors, ready!
There's an Italian swordsman here. If Baird don't turn around quickly to go fight off my Sycobears, then Baird is going to get charged with no recourse, which is not going to go well for him, I can tell you.
Folksmen! They will bleed for us! Folks! Warriors, move out!
Italian swords are actually doing really well against my Sycobears, though, which is, to me, a little surprising. I also have these horse archers who are amongst the fastest troops in the game.
Warriors!
Arby's.
At them!
Swords!
Ready yourselves!
Even though my lines are
They will
a
bleed
little
for
bit
us.
ruined, I'm very confident in victory here.
Cut them down! Ready!
Primarily because we just got Sycobears and Foxmen right into the rear of the enemy.
Make
Even
them
though these are
bleed.
garrison troops, I doubt their ability to withstand pressure. You know? Enemy are under pressure. Under
The
pressure
battle is
they
turning
are.
in our favor.
Now, what can I really do here? What can I really do to end
By
this
your command!
battle
Their
sooner?
position!
I mean, these
Spearmen!
Alpine levies, they can pack a little bit of a punch. They can hit the occasional unit. Got sick of skirmishers coming in too, but it really will be the naked swords who can end things sooner.
Quickly now!
That and also, if either of these battles finish off, then I can have another unit hit the enemy rear. Yeah, these Foxmen, they've killed 63 men on the flank. I mean, number should be honestly going up a little bit.
Break up!
Actually, you know what? If I can just like,
Infantry!
Heavy freemen!
let's have some men follow the general.
Folks!
Just thinking, if we like turn these guys around and go into Italian swords and maybe use a Faux or two to just get rid of some guy, maybe the Centurion, maybe the leader of this unit. Yeah, if we can just kind of get rid of some of these dudes, then it should be good. Italians were desperately trying to hold the flank, but it's over, boys. It's absolutely over. It's absolutely the end of this match, I can tell you. Man, that's a GG. That's an absolute GG. GG in the face, man. All right, so there we have it. I think we've absolutely demonstrated that we can beat a garrison here. We can consistently beat a Roman garrison. Because that's really, like, this is basically the toughest type of garrison you're gonna have to face. Of course, minus a walled settlement. So his army type's decent enough to beat. Now, this obviously not really compare, like, it does not compare well to what an actual Roman would do. But still. Garrison we
Ready
could
for
have
orders.
down if necessary. Which is good stuff. Which is absolutely good stuff. Let's see. Epidamos. Is there anything here that would not impact public order that much? Well, I mean, this already lessens public order. A lot of these buildings are just like way too high level. I mean, no wonder we have such like horrid public order in this province. Like every other building just lessens it. No wonder, man. I mean, obviously we'll demolish this and we'll build something over. I guess a trading port we can keep. I can't afford less public order. I'm just gonna go demolish this. We'll get it to level 2, but nothing more than that. And I think we could trade of like way more factions now. I thought we would with Epidamos actually, but no. I mean, Illyrian port should be pretty good.
Speak quickly, but do not expect the good wine
Romans are
to
pretty
ease your
pissed
parched
off that we
throat
just
when you
took
are
their
done.
city. Yeah, they're pretty antsy about it. Pretty mad. Romans aren't exactly the people that you want to make really pissed off at you, but here we are. Romans angry at us. We just have to like make an army that's just gonna hold here. Where are these council people based? Pannonia. Yeah, we're gonna have to handle a civil war at some point.
Ready for
We'll have to
battle.
entice it. So definitely no Council of Chieftains recruits. If I get a Getic chieftain, get him on a nice spear wall, you know, something that's
We
gonna...
need good fighters.
Something that'll be useful defensively. We have like a 6% chance of it breaking away. Probably secure loyalty. It's pretty cheap actually, 600. Might as well make it 0 for now. And yeah, I figured that's all we can really do, so I'll end the turn. Really what my plan is here is to build up that secondary army in Illyria and just make it a purely defensive fixture. Like just have them stationed near Epidamos, so if the Romans get frisky and decide to attack, then we have an army that can put down the Roman offensive. Simultaneously, there's a rebellion, and there's going to be a lot of Illyrian rebellions. Public order in this province is going to be horrid. We just have so many buildings that make public
The
order
spirits
bad.
have noticed that our treasure stores are...
And yeah, I'll take a non-aggression pact with the Arverni. I have no quarrel with the Arverni, so why not? It looks like the Scythians are trying to mount some sort of offensive, but they're doing it with...
The hungry dogs
with
are all
nothing,
around.
basically.
The wise man bars his doors and looks for shield brothers. What say you?
You pay me, man. You pay me. You pay me something. You give me a little bit of love, come on. Honestly, I just did that to show off the size of my thingy-mabob, you know? I just did it. Ooh, okay. Dacian reforms in 1 year. Let's go. That's nothing. A year goes by with great speed. Now, yeah, we can just quickly defend the rebellion. And yeah, let's bring this army over here.
Thirsty for battle.
To be fair though, like, Okay, we're gonna have an absolutely terrible garrison here for a while, and oh man. Yeah, I didn't mean to,
Thirsty for battle.
didn't mean to demolish that building. It happens pretty often, but I really didn't mean to.
Ready for orders.
Ready for battle.
Okay, I
the
think that this
tribe!
army has to stick
Get
around
on
for
our
like
way!
a little bit.
For the tribe.
Warriors all.
Wait, why can't we?
Thirsty for battle.
Okay, I think we have a glitch right now where we can't use any of our armies to like.
Ready for orders.
We will hear the
Okay, there we
lamentation
go.
of their
Control the
women.
region. There we go. Instead of like shut down a chance of rebellion for a turn.
Are you ready to do your duty to the tribe?
We'll get a couple of mercenaries, and we can of course give them our researched weapons.
Ready for
But
orders.
yeah, next turn we'll be able to leave, so things will be looking better. Meanwhile, what about our army that was traveling? Oh man, we can actually get over here. We've made it.
Starting out.
To work then.
Thirsty for battle.
Well then. I mean, this army is just a little like helper stock.
Fight with us. It's a good life.
I think that's like enough. After this, we'll just cool off of recruiting for this force. Yeah, this army can just kind of stick around. We're gonna ready up for an invasion of the Roman territories. I don't know if diplomatically there's anything I really want to achieve right now. I think that we're in good shape.
Be welcome, I suppose.
And I'm always willing to, you know, try to send a trade agreement over, but if these people don't want it, I won't force it down their throats. Okay, it looks like we're in good shape for now. Yes, I'm gonna go end the turn.
For the tribe.
Literally nothing else I can do. Gotta wait for my troops in Illyria to finish recruiting so I can send my main army up north. Also, a year away from reforms is pretty dang good, man. I want to play out until we get there, because that's like, what, 3 turns? Particularly, like, winter is basically a write-off, so it's not really a ton I can do. My armies can barely move, at least in Scythia in particular, but it's going to be completely stationary. Don't dare move them. Lugos are probably trying to bribe my diplomat for like the 10th turn in a row.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and a token, perhaps a modest gift of gold.
You know, it's worth it, man. They're pretty close to Illyria, and I don't want them to like randomly jump on me.
Ready for orders. When your feet bleed, you can moan.
Warriors all.
Okay, we can kind of bring these guys over to a Yatter. This way, if the rebellion happens here, we'll be in prime position to put it down. Meanwhile, and if we make this technology happen, then we literally won't have the money for anything. So we're already like spending quite a bit trying to see if there's anything that's just worth investing in. I mean, that's actually pretty good. +4 loyalty for political parties in particular is a very strong buff. So Dacian Davos will give us some more garrison, which absolutely is helpful. Meanwhile, over here,
Ready for orders.
I mean, I guess I could move, but I feel like if I do move, I'm gonna lose men, so just not willing to do that. Okay. If that's a war that's never gonna happen. People don't even share a border. Okay. I say we just end this turn, man. Literally don't have anything to do. We've sunk a ton of money into Illyria. Public order is still in the dumps, but over time it will improve a little bit. A little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit. But we're gonna have one army constantly patrolling the area. An army with 12 units, so we're not exactly elite, but they're also not to be dismissed utterly. And we're just have a bunch of...
I'm not here to...
I'm not allowing a bunch of our Verdi armies to traverse through my territories at will. Nah. I don't play that game. So they also take your resources too. Like it's not that they could just like randomly sneak attack you, but they literally cost you money and food.
We are a mighty people.
We absolutely do not have the chance to fight these guys.
Shall we?
No. We will obliterate you in war, and it will be fair and beautiful. It will be quite a normal campaign against you guys. Now, I do wonder where that army went. Because it's full of, like, picked horse archers, so it can be deadly. Wait. We're getting a reform thing. 400 men, that's a lot. That's why I hate Scythia, man.
Ready for battle.
These guys really took a lot of damage.
Move out. Wipe them out. Worry. Get moving. For the... On the move, lads. Worry. Get moving.
But there we have it. They're gonna end up recovering quite a few men the ensuing months. So it's like a seasonally challenging winter, like unseasonably challenging winter or whatever.
Ready for orders.
This army is fully recovered though, so they've done excellently, and we'll bring you guys over to Noria in order to have them prosper there. Meanwhile, over here, we can shut down this rebellion once again, just put them to the sword, have my Illyrian levies prove their loyalty. Afterwards, we can go ahead and bring them back over here to recover. Of course, tread water over here and hope that Illyria won't break out into violence again, but... It absolutely will. Knowing my luck, anyway. We actually have a very strong nobility here. I didn't realize we had like 4,000 nobles. That's kind of a crazy number. And simultaneously, we do have like 2 armies just ready to go if we need to. And we could totally go and take Batavium for ourselves. Just, I don't know what like Roman territory is like. I need my spy to actually do something.
How can I assist you? Deep peace to you.
I don't know what this whole like trap thing is. So I kind of overreacted and did something there. Yeah, the Macedonians are kind of expanding. I see a lot of Macedonian and Athenian armies mustering everywhere. And I feel like now that I own Epidamos, they could just get frisky and attack me here. It would suck. But it's absolutely below. So isn't really much I can do. Also, this garrison is starting to recover, which is very nice. Which is very, very, very useful.
I am a sage of the forest.
Ready for orders.
Okay. I think we're basically done. We're basically done for now. Let's end the turn and move on to the next one. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Scythia movements are kind of stupid, actually. You kind of get what they're doing there, but we don't have nearly enough troops to be able to hold those forts. And I could actually just get them to go so far away from their city that they're not going to be able to reinforce. Oh, wait, are the Catini gone? Okay, I think the Lugos took him out. Hey, we share a border now.
The gods will have me.
That's cool.
All praise to the god.
Well, actually, it was financially good for me. So I'll take it. So public order is down. I believe it's because my slave numbers are increasing from all of these W's, all of these wins.
Warriors, all for
So
the
we did
tribe.
recover from all the damage that we took in the last turn. Now, what do we do here?
Warriors, all ready for orders.
We could do a very simple thing,
We
right?
take this
Come in
for
here,
the tribe.
take these
For the
guys on.
tribe. Warriors, all on the move, lads.
Now move here.
For the tribe. Ready.
I think I could win this. I think I could totally win this. There's 1,300 men on the other side. I would number them 2-1. Yes, we do have picked horse archers. I'm not going to dispel the quality of that, but look at how much cavalry I have. I have 3 noble cav, 3 light cav, 2 horse archers, and then a bunch of infantry that has javelins. The only weak points are my falconsmen, who are going to drop like stones when shot. But also, if they get into combat with any type of cavalry unit, they will demount them and annihilate them with ease.
Warriors, eagles, ready!
Same time, if I can just get these guys to go like into the fort quickly, I could take the fort probably.
Ready. Quickly now.
Like, there's like almost no troops in this fort. Like I should
Enemy
just
reinforcements
run in.
approaching.
I should absolutely get my light cavalry to canter towards the enemy as quickly as possible and engage. Particularly my light cavalry. They're melee centric.
Ready.
They're melee centric. And they're way quicker.
Warriors, ready! Boatsmen, noble horse, charge! Ready! Missile armed, ready! Ready! Warriors, ready! Horsemen!
Nice. Screw this. Exception of his one files. Good to go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Elite cavalry. Horsemen.
Get my Getic nobles to engage. I need to kill as many of these
Boatsmen!
guys as
Our
possible.
general is under attack.
I can absolutely obliterate.
Warriors ready. Get ready. They will bleed for orders. Move it. Bow horsemen.
this absolute clusterfuck of a battle is absolutely gonna go in my favor. It's just a matter of where.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
They could be a decisive little factor here.
Light horse!
And you know, these picked horse archers, they do have quite a bit of armor, so it takes many cuts from my nobles to properly kill a picked horse archer. So I'm gonna have to kind of send my men over.
Ready! Heavy horsemen! They will bleed for us!
But yeah, my nobles, we're going 3-on-1 against these picked horse archers. And while these guys will put up an absolutely brilliant resistance against me, will eventually fall. Now I'm thinking that we just hole up inside of his fort.
Heavy cavalry! Light horse!
Brilliant.
Warriors ready!
Missile arm!
Orders! Advance at speed! Ready! Horsemen!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Battle ready! Move it!
Noble horse!
Charge!
Riders,
My army is
advance!
it's not even somewhat disjointed, it's utterly disjointed. We are ill-formed and not in position at all to fight against these guys. Ah, fuck this. This one remains
We have
in
captured a
capture.
tower.
You know what? I do need to finish capturing these towers. To be fair, I really do need to finish capturing the towers. So, like, I can't even hold this fort down.
Noble horse!
These guys are winning decisively. That's not good. It's not good at all.
We have captured a tower.
But I'm hoping is that my javelins can take on these guys. Javelins do obliterate horses.
Horse!
We did charge these guys with some Getic nobles. I'm hoping that helps me, but simultaneously, this is a very strong unit.
Bow horsemen! Reform!
But you know what? We can go ahead and send some horse archers. We'll offer some much-needed support here. Just some supporting fire. Obviously, these Sarmatians, they don't like being shot by horse archers. They know how much this stings, how much this hurts.
Boatmen!
And then we can start sending some Falksmen to try to hunt down some of the enemy melee cavalry.
Equal!
You know what?
Heavy horsemen!
Go 3v1.
Bow
That
horsemen!
went in well. Yeah, these arrows kind of go into these motherfuckers. It's gonna go hard.
Warriors eager for blood!
Foes! Kill!
Orders! Bow horsemen!
3v1. And to be fair, like Sarmatian cavalry is among some of the best in the game.
Bow
They're hard as
horsemen!
nails. There's no denying it. These guys are excellent horsemen,
Noble
but
horse!
seems that we're getting the better of them. I mean, these guys are
One of our units has used all its
absolutely
ammunition.
surrounded and getting blasted by horse archers, which is really not helping. And now we're gonna just cut them down. We're gonna cut them loose.
Boatmen!
And the Falksmen are just getting shot straight up. We're just getting blasted.
Ready! Orders!
Get the occasional javelin into a mount. Bro, I saw a guy take like 5 shots, bro. I saw a guy get take like 5
Battle ready!
javelins to the face before he died.
Get missile warriors!
One of our
Yeah,
units
we
has
just
used all its
killed that in
ammunition.
general. That's really good.
We have no fear!
Boatmen!
I was sure we dreaded those guys. I'm gonna send a Falksman to do a good deal of them. Falksmen are absolutely brutal against cavalry and melee, so I'm out of way.
Warriors
I'll just
eager
waste
for
their ammunition on
skirmishers!
men who are already pretty much dead.
Ready for battle!
You You know, if these guys are like
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
we can absolutely just send some men over.
Skirmishers!
Take aim! Missile warriors!
Mounted death! Await my word!
Battle ready! Cloaksmen!
These guys probably aren't going to be able to run my boys.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Cramped conditions? Never mind.
Cloaksmen!
I've proved otherwise.
Ready to ride! Quickly now!
Yes.
Noble horse!
Enemy are actually maneuvering pretty intelligently here to my
Clouds ready!
great surprise. Might be able to cut a couple of guys down here. We are in combat. We're not exactly doing anything though. I think my men are a little scared to take swings at these mounted men.
Infantry!
But you know what?
Dacians!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Elite cavalry!
And we have caught these guys, and they will lose. We could just chop down this unit. If we could just kill enough of these nobles to get them out of the battle, taking their ammunition with them. That'll be brilliant.
Clouds!
That we did accomplish.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
I mean, we are doing damage here, slowly but surely. Just the enemy has a ton of ammunition left, I'm sure. At this point, I don't have any left of my own.
Forward!
So my horse archers, that is.
Cloaksmen! Warriors, move out! We'll kill them all!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
But you know what? I do forget here.
Noble horse!
Some of my horsemen are faster than these picked horse archers. These picked horse archers, their weakness is speed. So if I can outrun them, then I can get into combat with
One of our
my
units has
noble
used all its
cavalry.
ammunition.
And then these guys can go down. We can absolutely annihilate these guys. Kill them in melee, the honorable way. For example, yeah, it's like, you can see that unit here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Fuck! Oh, that was disastrous.
Skirmishers!
And oh, this is the finish. This is the finish. They're going in for melee.
Warriors, ready!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I mean, they're routing my Scythia skirmishers, which is not the biggest of deals. They're routing the occasional unit here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This
This
is
is like
a
going
shameful
excellently
display.
by any means, but it's not going terribly.
Warriors,
Well done!
ready! Dacians!
Need a Falksman to like help flank here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Equo!
Horsemen! Orders! Warriors, ready!
Knights horse!
Battle ready!
Noble horse! Skirmishers!
Cloaksmen! Warriors ready! Clouds!
Charge! Battle ready!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a
Bro,
shameful
we're
display.
really gonna lose this? There's no way, bro.
Understood!
There is no way.
Our men flee the field of battle. Our general has fallen.
Ah!
Dacians!
Ah, damn it, bro. I'm lost again to the Scythians. Dude, I'm so bad at fighting the Scythians.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
They are such a tough opponent for me.
Battle ready! Missile armed riders!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Well, the one silver lining is that the enemy did only have 4 units left there at the end. But simultaneously, well, actually, you know what? I was about to say we didn't kill very many of them, but we honestly did. Like, they have less than 500 men left. So, while I really cannot claim that we did that well here, we didn't do the worst. Like, I would argue that our armies are in relatively similar condition now.
Retreat! Making camp!
And we have a Getae chieftain guy to replace our fall. Actually, that was our king.
For the tribe!
Damn, our king died valiantly. That's all I can say. Well, I can also say that these guys will wipe them out here.
You have further orders? Not possible.
And I mean, that should be it. Don't like playing these city battles, so. This is how we'll wipe them out.
Ready for battle!
And the Scythians are gone.
Ready for
Woe
orders!
to the conquered. Woo! Woe to the conquered. Now we absolutely get rid of this building. We definitely don't need a second recruitment building here. Simultaneously, we have some okay-ish recruitment populations. To be fair, like, in some provinces we would absolutely be ecstatic to have such recruitment capabilities as the ones that we have here.
Starting out! Ready for battle! Ready for orders!
For the tribe! Ready for orders!
I mean, I might pass a unit or two to these guys, but yeah, it looks to me that we should probably just have 2 armies on this frontier now and put a lot more energy towards the Romans.
Thirsty for
Now,
battle!
this army. No, I can move into like Roman territory. Like I can do that. I can do that, but also is it prudent? Does it make sense? And I can always go and
Ready for
obliterate Batavian.
Take the settlement! For the tribe!
Like what happens if I just go in here, quickly beat these guys, and then liberate it? Like I don't need to actually hold the territory at all. I can just create for myself a nice ally. A nice ally that's just like vibing, you know? Let's see what happens here, dude. Let's see what happens. Like, we could...
Swords ready!
You know what? I'm gonna do something really dumb here. I'm gonna do something dumb but funny. I'm gonna put all the shock troops on one side, and then all the basic troops on the other.
Ready! Ready!
Warriors ready!
Supportive troops in the back, because, you know...
To
have these guys just kind of push to center. And you'll do the power, man. Power forward here. Of course, the shock troops are of a far lighter complexion. Or lighter mass. We're gonna jog forward here. And make speed with Hawksmen, Scythia warriors. Just anything you'd possibly want, we got. Kind of have them maybe more blockily arranged like this, and then have these guys just kind of chilling right here. Send my Celts to go do the initial fighting, because, you know, I always judge the Celts as enjoyers of war. Specifically the guys who go out naked to fight, you know. I always feel like these guys, they can just plow into militia, and they'll happily duel them man to man. They'll take them on. And you know, if you're doing it a bit new, then surely you're just vibing. When my Foxmen are charging at the Romans, and they're doing great.
Our general is under attack.
For some reason, the Roman general decided to charge my general. Keep in mind, my general isn't like a heavy spear unit. My general isn't a cavalry unit. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's also really dumb.
One of our units has
These
used all
guys
its
are already
ammunition.
fighting the Celts, but now they just got javelin, and the Celts are slicing through them. I don't quite think that these Romans are capable of holding.
Ready! Ready yourselves!
And again,
Warriors, ready!
Romans are rallying somewhat. And they're about to have to deal with Scythias at the rear, so can the Roman swordsmen stop Scythia
Battle
warriors?
is turning in our favor.
Can they fight on two fronts against the Scythia warriors while my Falcon continue to push forward? I don't think so. I'll get my horse archers to start smacking through the rear here.
Cut them down! Ready! Warriors, ready! Missile riders!
Horsemen!
Generation warriors!
Fearless warriors!
Naked swords! Pulse!
I should not be zooming in there. I don't want to get banned on Twitch. Again, I'm not exactly in a hot tub, so it shouldn't be too bad. Anyway. There we have it. Quick W. The Romans stood no chance. God, I fought against so many Roman garrisons, because literally every single campaign that you play, you have to fight Roman garrisons at the end, so... Now we got it done. We got another W. We are kind of slowly peeling away territories at the edges of Roman control. These aren't exactly prime imperial possessions. Those would be in Italy and Africa. It was just a little outpost for the Romans at the end of the day. But you know what? It's good to bloody my men and have them train on Roman soldiers like this. And of course, when we liberate the territory and create for ourselves another ally,
Sit, friend.
one that we can trade with, one that we can
This agreement is like...
traverse the territory of, things go well for us. Okay, you can see there's a lot of nice Celtic warriors here.
You honor us. There is food enough for 2 armies awaiting us when we have talked.
I'm pretty sure these guys will go to war against the Romans. At least I hope. But even if they don't, it does create a sort of buffer state at least. Now, if it turned against us to vibe with the Romans, that would be a problem. That would be a massive, massive, massive problem. I hope it doesn't happen. So I know some very strong words from my supposed allies over there. And oh, I didn't realize that the death of my leader would create such a power vacuum. Jeez. I mean, we have a ton of noble kids there.
How can I on the move? Are you sure there is nothing else?
22% chance of a rebellion. And again, it's Pannonia that they control, which is actually a pretty important province. It is kind of the breadbasket of our empire.
Thirsty for battle.
I don't really have any choice, but
For the tribe. Starting out.
at least this army can get to Scythia next turn if Civil War does start. Don't really have any other decision I can make outside of that. But it was a pretty good win against the Romans there. So I think it was.
Between friends, the
It's odd that all these Greek factions are trying to get these non-aggression pacts with me despite us not even having like the ability to trade with each other. We're quite distant. I guess actually, I mean, we are just a province apart, but still. It'd be hard for us to even get at each other if we wanted to. Now we're at 1% chance.
Thirsty for battle. Move out.
Post positioning this army may have been a useful move.
Set up a watch. For the tribe. Ready for battle. Kill!
Still no reforms, right?
For battle.
So I thought that we were gonna get it, man. Like, what turn is it? $112. doesn't tell you like how many battles you fought against who, right? And it's gotta be like next turn, or we were just being lied to by all of those like pop-ups. Which is a possibility. The scripts to DI don't always work, but I don't know. I have belief in them.
Ready for battle. For the tribe. Ready for orders. Warriors all. Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Get moving. Ready for orders. On the move, lads.
Okay, we'll figure out how best to split my forces there. We moved around here, we moved around here. There's really no investments we can make in this province, and then in this one. I don't really want to make any investments, to be honest. Except maybe this one. Man, it would be good income. Would be very good income. Same time, I think it would be quite prudent to start a new army. Yeah, we'll do it next stream. I want to get to the stupid reform and then go, because I gotta go to sleep. Like, I want to just see the reform. I want to see it happen. I want to see it accomplished, because I am tired of having the exact same army I had on turn 1 here. Like, sure, we've progressed up our building lines, so we've managed to unlock a couple of, like, horsemen and whatnot, but even, like, right now, my strongest unit is the Falksman, which is a highly valuable unit, you know? Like, it does kills, don't get me wrong, but it could get stopped so easily, too. All you have to do is shoot it a couple of times, and it becomes useless, so I really, really, really want to just get these reforms, man. I really want them.
Our offer is fair and honorable.
But yeah, I'm never giving the Germans military access. Like, y'all can go fight the Gauls or something, and figure out how to get over to Alps yourselves. Or rather, if you want military access, you have to declare on Rome.
A token,
Oh.
perhaps a modest gift of
That's
coin,
kind of interesting here.
would have my people see you in a new light.
I'll see you in a new light as well. I'm game. I'm game. They're a strong faction. Strength in numbers
Between
could definitely be
friends.
achieved. 6,000 is not a lot. And I gotta tell you, the more secure I make my friendship with Scythia, the better. And thank you, humble ex-hunter. I appreciate the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And I hope you're having a nice night. Although we are coming right to the conclusion here. I'm just waiting for, like, my reform to pop, but doesn't seem to be happening.
For the tribe. Ready for orders. Warriors all. Thirsty for battle.
Extreme blizzard. That does not sound very hospitable.
Your next command.
I don't know if we can maybe get out of his province somewhat. Maybe we could survive. I don't know if we're gonna lose an event. Were you streaming? Just streaming on TikTok? Good. Been farting all day. That's good to hear, man. You know, better out than in, right? And no, I don't even have TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't stream on there. I've never even downloaded TikTok, to be honest, but
Warriors all.
don't mean to flex, you know, but I just ain't the
Move
TikTok
out!
type of guy.
Ready for battle. Thirsty for battle.
And yeah, I want to
Warriors
transfer
all.
from this army to the other one because this is my faction rival, so I might as well limit him and
Ready
not
for
have him
battle.
be in command of an army.
Ready for battle.
This game be lit. I do enjoy this game thoroughly. It is undoubtedly my favorite PC game ever made. I've sunk in uncountable hours into this.
Thirsty.
probably could have learned. I probably could have
Your
learned
next
like
command?
a billion different skills, employable skills, mind you. Could have learned to like code. Could have learned to read minds. Could have learned to manipulate. Instead, I learned how to create empires in this video game, and it was worth it.
When your feet bleed,
Yeah, to able to missile units is pretty fun when you just take control of a catapult. I feel like whenever I do it, I do
For the
way worse
tribe.
than the AI could itself, but it's fun. It's really fun. I love it.
ready for battle.
Also, where are my reforms? I just want my reforms, man. I just want my reforms. So this is an absolutely crazy AOR unit, by the way. These elite swordsmen are basically like equivalent to Roman legionaries. They're a fabulous unit. I mean, honestly, I could get them in one of these armies.
For the tribe. Ready for battle.
Let's see for this one. There's some units I can absolutely cut. Some suboptimal units.
Fight with us.
Like these guys. Let's cut that Illyrian hoplite. Cut that Alpine levy, and I can just grab a couple of those. Meanwhile, I could recruit another army in Dacia to go put up against the Romans, or possibly incite a civil war in Pannonia. Put it down so I can just eliminate that rival clan in my faction, and then afterwards we can go to war against the Romans. Once we've kind of consolidated things a little bit more. I don't know which one would be better, personally. I really don't know which one would be better. But also, I think it's best I just end the turn for now. See what my income's like next turn. I will wait one more turn for these reforms to hit, because I'm starting to believe that they're just not coming, man. I don't think that they are. Maybe I just haven't fought those 10 battles against the Romans / Sarmatians. I don't know. I don't feel like I have fought 10 battles in total, to be honest. But it kept on telling me, coming in a year, coming in 2.5 years. Like, that script was running, man, and it just doesn't seem to be hitting.
It is time to talk.
Maybe it's like a CSGO when it tells you that your teammate's gonna abandon in like
We are a
3 minutes,
mighty
and
people.
it actually takes like 20 minutes and the game ends before they abandon. Maybe it's one of those. Could be. Or maybe it's now. Maybe I summoned it. Let's see. Rally Force is good. Ooh. Yes! Woo! Okay.
For battle.
I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. So, let's see. I mean, we don't have the populations to recruit everything here, but we do have the ability to at least see what we can get. And over here we have, let's reform this unit. Of course, it's gonna cost more money if we do. Okay, so for our elite archers, what population do these guys come
Thirsty for
from?
battle.
From the warrior class, which is actually pretty good, by the way, because these guys are like, it could come from the elite class. It could have made it that. The warrior class means that it's actually kind of easy to get them. 30 armor is great for an archer. 13 attack is beastly, plus 26 weapon damage is really good. Like, these guys are competent in melee. They're not amazing, but they're competent. Late Getic archers, they do get a spear. They're still not very good, but they're better than they were originally. I like how I can still get the early game versions of different units too. Now these guys are absolute monsters, dude. The heavy assault infantry are gods. The late retinue spearmen, they're just way more solid than the ones that came before. There are some solid picks here, dude. There's some absolutely solid options.
Warriors all.
But yeah, with the taxes missing from Pannonia, things might get a little bit strained over there.
Ready for battle. For the tribe.
But yeah, boys, I think that this is maybe a good place to end the stream. My plan is to incite a civil war at the beginning of next stream. To try to bring Pannonia into rebellion. That way, I can quickly wrap it up here and eliminate the chance of civil war happening later. Because, like, you don't want a civil war emerging right away when you're fighting against the Romans, right? That would just be such a waste of time to have to deal with those guys too. So yeah, I'm thinking incite a civil war, and then turn our attentions onto the Romans. But yeah, thanks for following, man. Appreciate it, Humble. And I'll see you later. Bye for now.